All right. Yeah, I think we're live. I think we're good. What's up, Dustin? What's up, Jim? How you guys doing? No idea if people are going to show up today. The last time we were going down so hard, a whole bunch of people showed up, but it is a Sunday. Man, it's getting brutal out there, ain't it? All hands on deck. Brace for impact. Yep. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we've been expecting for the last couple of streams. Bitcoin and the little bear flag. She's about to go down. I got it pulled up on the screen right now. Below the 200-day EMA, we're about to get that death cross. Low to the high. She's trying to hold on to the final little bit of support we have here on the daily. It's 79K. Man. But yeah, I think it's just a sea of red. A few coins, but yeah. We're about to go down, huh? Oh, what's up, Doge McMoon? Yeah, it does suck. No, I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would decouple. But yeah, there's a lot of people have been talking about that lately because it was holding up so strong. But here we are, Sunday, and we're going down. What's up, Roger? What's up, Jan? Crypto. Targets for BTC, XRP, XPR, and ADA. What's up, Shadow, my man? What's up, O House? So yeah, I mean that's what everyone's calling for. Bear market. Is it actually over? We wasted our time. Moving averages are moving closer together here. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, definitely. If we lose this support and we break this low, it's over. We're going down, down. But Bitcoin, it just broke the 382. If it stays below here, there's only what is this? This daily candle's trying to hold, but if we stay below 80K and we close below, which it looks like it's going to, unless we get bought back up in the next 4.5, 5 hours. But the next stop down is 73K. So this little final support level at 79, if it does not hold, then yeah, we're dropping about 7% to about 73, 73.5 would be the next stop on Bitcoin. XPR. I still think there's going to be an alt season, even though this is happening. What is XPR doing here? Yeah, the whole market just looks like crap. You're below the 382. We can get another one on the chart here real quick. Low to the high. Yeah, I wasn't even sure if I should even do any updates because we're just dying. You're below the 382, the double 382 macro and short term. So as long as you're below 3.1, next stop is a 22% drop on XPR to 2.3 here. That'd be your next support level. And your moving average is right there. Did you say ADA? Yeah, ADA. What's up, Shadow? I think I said that already. What's up, Gavin? Gonna be a bad day tomorrow. Yeah, did someone call it a Black Monday already? Who said that? Jim Cramer or someone? XEN's holding up, to be honest. Yeah, XEN is holding up, surprisingly. The more XEN touches that support with lower highs, the more likely she breaks through. Yeah, we should have just listened to that. Buffett's been in cash since January. We should have just followed. They know what's going on. I believe it's gonna go back up at some point. What's up, Zero Cool? How you doing, my man? What's up, birds? But yeah, um, everything's going down at the moment. Now it all depends on if we're just gonna get a wick down and we get bought back up here. A little bear trap going on. But Cardano, oh man, what is? Hopefully these other coins aren't dying. I mean, it just looks, when you look on the macro here, it just looks like we're just coming back down, put into higher low, and just bearish for the rest of the year until the end. So as long as you're below 61 on Cardano, a 28% drop, maybe a little more, 34% drop down here to anywhere from about 43 to 38 cents. Hit the trend again, and then we'll just pick it up from there. But that looks like what's happening. And this is what we went over in the stream last night and the other ones. This is probably the case. We're coming down here August, September, October, and then finally in November, December, we start going back up. And then that's the bull run. It's the same thing every time. But the same thing with Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin and you zoom out, let me just go to the other chart. I mean, this is not bearish on the monthly. You got a little bull flag action going on in the macro chart. So we may come down a little bit more. That 73K area. Simply back test these previous highs. And then that's it. Then we go up. Because I still believe in this chart here. I think November is going to be the top. Because it's the same thing. Even though the market's different this time, we did a couple of things different. I still believe that we're going to go back up. It's just going to take time. What's up, Chaw? What's up, my man? How you doing? It's getting pretty brutal. Kramer said everything was going lower a few days ago. We had a small bounce. Obviously, everything starts shitting on this. What is that? I can't read. Yeah. What's up, Andrew? I'm going to take a second mortgage on the house and put it on ETH. Oh. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But if we die tomorrow, then yeah, that's where Ben Cohen said. He said $1,300 ETH incoming. Arrows back down to your entry. So why is this before I go to Arrow? Why is the market tanking? Why is Bitcoin going down, but then the dominance is going to the roof? What am I looking for? Why is the Bitcoin dominance going up? Crypt. Yeah, so I'm interested in what some of these other coins are doing. Ones that were all in support, and they really couldn't go down anymore. Oh man, Arrow's getting hit. Yeah, I mean, what if we come all the way back down to the bottom, especially if we're going to be bearish all summer? Your next support on Arrow is 27. 17% drop, and then a 50% drop back down to 15. Yeah, we're getting discounts on everything, I guess. So what is DGen doing? That's horrible. I'm ready for it to be over. We need some kind of a relief. It's not good. Yeah. This is it, the breakdown that we've been waiting for. DGen just broke the low. I think Elon's doing the same thing. Just a quick. Come on. Next support on DGen is 1.7. Another 17% drop on DGen. Dominance is rising because alts are getting slaughtered. Yeah. You're right. What's up, Connor? XRP about to make the arm. Wow, what is XRP doing? Yeah, I know the feeling, Dustin, my man. You were buying $500 a week. You had to change it up. Yeah, I had to change it all up. I'm all out. Yeah, this is the most bearish music I got, I think. Should we put on some bull music and watch it go to zero? That makes me wonder, how's ACH holding up and ZBCN? Oh, ACS is bearish, going to zero. Just made a lower low. Did not hold. Damn, I can't believe we're this bearish right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch the music because this is putting me to sleep. Let's see. Man, this is too annoying now, so we'll just leave it. Screw it. Is there anything going up? Everything's getting hit hard. Myro's probably going way down, huh? Yeah, I mean, how much lower can these coins go? Can't even do anything on the chart here. It's just all nonsense now. Yeah, Myro's breaking below the final volume area. Can you imagine if this is actually it? There's no more bull market. It's over. You know how many coins are not ever going to come back? No, not Myra. What do we look for? XRP. Yeah, if XRP is breaking down, then we're pretty much cooked. Yeah, you're below $2 on XRP. Still above the 200-day EMA on the daily, though. Maybe we do flip bullish tomorrow because we really can't break these levels here. What is Solana at? Tau is at 200, or is below 200. Soul. Yeah, it does look like the Sears Tower. What was that other coin we were looking at last night? QRL? That coin that looked like it was ready to take off. Is it holding? Soul. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, Solana's coming down to the 200-day EMA. Wait. Never mind. She already crossed bearish. Yeah, Solana's been bearish since March. ZBCN. She's holding. She doesn't have a large red candle in. Same thing with XCN. XCN's holding up well, surprisingly. Still hugging that resistance level here. She refuses to go down. Watch her die as we say that. QRL, yeah, that was it. How well is Polyswarm holding up? What's up, Coach? I don't remember. Some of these coins that were coming back down to the trend lines are pretty much safe because they're not going to end up breaking down. I don't remember where Polyswarm was. Oh, Polyswarm was right there. Yep, someone needs to save Polyswarm and XRP and Bitcoin. I mean, she's right there. We can get a wick and hold, and she's still good on for a bottom, but it doesn't look good. Needs to get back over 1.8. QRL. Yeah, this coin. Oh, she's still holding up. What are we looking at on the monthly? Yeah, as long as you hold 44, you're good. This one's holding up too. Yeah, this yawning is getting really annoying. So what is Jasmine doing? Is Jasmine falling off the cliff? Yeah, if we're bearish tomorrow and Jasmine's down here at the bottom, it's over. Oh, she's still holding up over the 618. But nothing bullish on anything right now, I don't think. Fifi on ETH. What is that? Fifi. Oh, this doesn't look bad. What is this? This the right coin? It's holding up. Pretty much tagged the final support level. It's holding the higher low slightly. And depending on what time frame you look on, it looks bullish on the macro time frames here. Strong move up, of course, and then the large triangle pattern forming. Fifi on Ethereum got the wrong tool. Man, I can't wait till the excitement comes back in the market. This is horrible. From that high to the low. Let's see. Well, we're just going to keep it easy. Bottom in over 12. Bullish once you get over this 19 area. And then the breakout is over 3.8. But you are trying to hold the higher low. Looks like you tagged the final support level. Yeah, you're holding right over the 786. So any lower than 8.6, then it's going down. And then Fifi on ETH. If it holds that 786, that's really bullish. Oh, not a bad move. A new high up to 4024 would be a 23, a 24x if it holds this structure here. It cannot go lower than that 786 level. But it does not look bad. Alright, so we got something bullish. No one knows, my man Roger. I don't know. I mean, they're calling for a bad week, bad Monday. Maybe we pump, maybe we don't. I don't know. But what did it do? What did it do last time? Last time we had that weekend where we just were dying. I don't remember. What did we do Monday? Did we start pumping back up? What about Cookie Dow? Cookie looks cooked. Sub Daniel. No, I did not see the Binance second batch of votes. List campaign, 5+ coins. Big Time, Zeta, IP, and Ondo. That's not bad. I mean, to get on list exchanges is good because when we do actually go vertical, you'll have more opportunities and more people can buy in on these coins. So even though Coinbase lists stuff and they rug sometimes, as long as they can stay on there, then not get delisted. Yeah, what did they ever do about the Jasmy delist? Did they vote on that? Cookie Dow, that's what I'm looking for. Cookie. Yeah, I mean, everything looks the same. If it's not holding up like that Fifi coin, if it's just a coin, everything's got a large red candle that spawned in. Again. But, I mean, it's trying to hold the 618 area here. It's right on this 618 at 8. A little below it, but you get the idea. Low to the high. If we stay bearish, then it's simply coming down here, 32786, and we're gonna have these coins, which we've been saying recently. You know, we've been saying for the past couple of weeks that a lot of coins have anywhere from 40 to 60% drops in play, and we're watching it real. Another 40% drop on Cookie here, all the way back down to 4. Arc Block. Oh yeah, what is Arc Block doing? She had what, like a 17% drop to go or something like that, and then that's all she could handle. Now, what is P&G doing? Oh, she's below 50. It's all going to depend on where these candles close at, I think. Is it just a daily candle? Yeah, we got 4 hours left on these daily candles. A lot of things are doing this with a little wick, so maybe we hold. But if tomorrow's bearish, then hold your nose. We're going down. But yeah, as long as arc block stays below 50 and we stay bearish, I think someone was asking yesterday if they should hold. Yeah, another 32% drop if we stay below 50 there. PNG. What is PNG doing? She's down like the rest. Yeah, I mean, it's at the point too. It really can't take much more. Once it breaks macro, this little bit of macro support area, then it's over. It's just going to come all the way down. So PNG can't afford to go any lower than it is. But Bitcoin here, I mean, let me see. Momentum is clearly down. Excuse me. Damn it. Yeah, she's trying. I don't know. Maybe we do blast out of here tomorrow. If we can hold this here, hold the higher low, and then get back over these levels here. And the big price to get over is 85K. And then, of course, 90K. But she is respecting the fibs, so we'll see if this 79K holds. Ah, man, I hope it does. I don't care that I'm not in the market. I'm ready to blast out of here. This channel is about to die. You would watch SPY to see if it bounces. Is H-bar and XCN cooked? What's up, Troy? No, XCN's holding up well. What are we looking at here? Bitcoin's still trying to hold. Once again, XCN real quick. XCN is still hugging, but if you look at the smaller time frames, I think you are still, unless it changed. Oh man, we shouldn't have looked at it. Yeah, if this comes down here and you start breaking, you're already starting to break it, so nothing look great. But you're still technically holding up here. But now that red candle is starting to spawn in. People are getting scared. They're getting out. They're selling. But it has that little curl up here. But it's starting to break down now. So if this red candle comes down here, then yeah, it's just coming back down. All the way to 0059 would be your next macro support, 382.5. I don't know if it's going to happen in one giant red candle or it's going to take a while. But yet, another coin that's going to drop 30% from where it is. I mean, there's really not much to say on all these coins until this stops. We can only speculate at where they're going to end up. Yeah, Hedera is about to have a bearish cross, a death cross. But this one too is right down on macro 0.5 support, trying to hold. But yet, you know, these coins, they ran low to the high. They're all breaking bullish support 382s, and it's just time to go down at that point. Especially looking on the daily, we're about to get death crosses, and that can only mean I mean, it's different this time because we've never really had a bull run where we ran, we came all the way back down, and then we go back up. I don't think. Usually it's just up. But the fact that the market's a little bit different this time, and the fact that Bitcoin's still holding up, what am I looking for? Oh, yeah. Like I keep saying, even if Bitcoin does break down 73K to back test and then we go back up, and there's your 127K top. You get the idea. Because like I said earlier, I still believe in this chart here. I don't think it's a bear market and we're going to zero. I think the rest of the year is going to be down and sideways as much as we can go, and then we go up. We got Jim for 5. I appreciate that, my man. Too many folks afraid of red. Let's check NKN. Looks like garbage, but nothing at previous cycle low. DCA opportunity. I appreciate the 5, my man. I gotta get caught up. Oh, wow, I was that far behind. All right, I appreciate the 5. NKN. Yeah, if you're not a perma bear, or if you're not thinking the market's over and it is a bear market, then you got some real good opportunities to buy in on these coins. I mean, some of them won't survive, like Myro, that's already breaking past the bottom volume area. NKN, we talked about this one last night. This should be the bottom. I mean, and you're right in this volume area here. It could still pull a Myro, but if you're bullish on NKN, then not a bad price to be buying in on these things. Because when we go vertical, when there's, when we finally go, no matter where this coin's at, we're just going to go straight up. Doesn't mean your coin's going to go to the moon, but it's going to go up. We'll have this at some point, even if it's for a month or two. So I think loading your bags at these prices is not a bad idea. I know some people disagree with that because they think it's over and bear market's coming. I mean, if it does, it does. Then no one's going to make money. So you're in the same boat as everyone. So if you're buying in on coins, you lose all your money. Everyone else is holding and losing their money too. I'm just speaking in general, not to anyone certain. But yeah, NKN looks like it's on the bottom. And if it's the bottom, it could always go lower. Like I said, we'll pull up another one. I think we did last night. But just to hit a 786 retracement in a bull market is a 25x and a 618 retracement, which is highly possible if people are going to buy this coin. That's a 13x from here. I mean, we are looking at the macro chart, but what else can we do? Yeah, could be the bottom, but it could not, because you can see the 786 is right here. So a little more room to come down to about 2 pennies. And then that technically should be the bottom, unless it's going to pull a Myro, then it's cooked. So if you fall any lower than 2, there's no guarantee the low is going to hold, and you're just going to die. So yeah, it looks like the bottom on NKN. It should be in soon. What's up, Cryptic Jared? How you doing, my man? What's up, Sam? Yeah, we just looked at ABT. Yeah, you're the one asking if you should get out or not. Arc Block well sold at 64. Ondo. I'm trying to get caught up. I didn't realize we had 40 people in here. Wow. Yeah, we always get more people when we're dying. Can't be shaken out. What's up, Stone Santa? Yeah. Arrows getting decimated. Yeah, once I get a job and get some money, I'm just going to wait to put money back into the market until I know we're ready to go up. There's no signs of going up right now. We may get some sort of relief at some point, but I think it's going to be bearish until after summer. Ondo and ACH. I mean, these are great prices to be getting these coins at. Everyone's getting out of the market. Bitcoin dominance is going to the moon. Coins are falling. So if you're not scared and you're buying the red, you're going to be the winner, in my opinion. If I had money, I'd be buying in on a whole bunch of coins right now, but I'm just poor. I mean, even if Ondo breaks the trend line here, so be it. It could still, if we move that out of the way, it'll still put in a higher low if it comes all the way down to 65. It'll be slight, but it'll still be there. But as long as you're below 75, 13% drop down to 65, that would be a real good price to get in. Damn, can you imagine if we are that bearish and Ondo comes all the way back down? That would be the best price ever. Comes down to 50 cents. But yeah, unless Ondo can get back over 75, there's nothing bullish on the chart here. Let's see. And ACH is pretty much in the same spot. Yeah, you're down below the macro 382 and the smaller 382. So technically on the overall chart for Ondo here, if we're going to be that bearish, you can see this thing could come all the way down and tag the final support and come back to 33 cents if it wants. I mean, we're seeing Arrow and these other coins do it, so why not Ondo? 56% drop to 33. That would be a good price, a great price. ACH. Did I pass it? I hope ACH doesn't break down from here, but you can clearly see it's still coming down. And depending on where we look at it at, depending on where you draw the trend, if we want to say this is your trend, this is your friend here. It could still come down, tag a penny and a half, and as long as you don't break this low here, I mean, I know we keep trying to push the narrative on it, but we're trying to stay alive. So she's still coming down. It looks like another 19% drop to 1.5. And what we'll do is go to the monthly or weekly. And short term. Yeah, you see, you just broke the 786. So as long as you're below 2, it's putting in play that penny and a half. So, I mean, now's not a bad spot to be buying in, and, all the way down here. But if ACH obviously breaks down at some point, then we'll point it out. ACH to the moon. I got to get caught up on the chat. Our March run just got pushed back. They're FOMOing in on the channel. What's up, David, my man? How you doing? What's up, Charles? Yep. Gotta look at the macro and strap in. Yeah, there's so many people, so many channels that are bearish right now. It's ridiculous. There's people that are bullish too, but yep, scared money don't make money. I agree with that. Oh man. All right, let's see. Damn, oh how she gotta let the wife know you've lost 35K and dropping. Oh man, that's horrible. Yeah, where's Sam and his arc block? I mean, it's understandable for people to be scared because I lost all my money. Everyone's losing money. Arc block is trying to hold. She's back over 50. Let's go. Final shakeout. It's time to go up. Hope you guys loaded up. We're about to go to the moon. Since it's kind of different, this cycle, we don't need ETH or anything else. We're just gonna go. Screw it. We're tired of waiting. What's up, Tony? Yeah, we should have just shorted the markets when Buffett got out. What's up, Cater? How you doing? Yeah, we just got to get out of this crypto game, I guess, because I've lost so much money in this. It's part of the reason I'm in the spot I'm in. Zerbro. Oh no, I didn't. I never did look into that. I forgot the Express. What is this? This thing's going to complete zero. Tried to hold a bottom, but nope, that's it. That initial pump, and then it's just dead. Bear flag after bear flag after bear flag. Now she's going to zero. Yeah, something like this I would never buy, even if it's a good deal to get in on it right now. If I had the extra money and I knew what it was, but let's see. I mean, the only thing we could do is this. Go from that low to the high where it got stuck twice. It double topped and it was over. So your next support is 1.8. Another 12% drop, and then if you take that out, she's going to fall off the table 60% to 0.086. Nothing at all looks good on this chart at all. She's going to zero. Bitcoin is below 79K now. Losses, less taxes to pay. Yeah. Lost it all. Damn it, it sucks being at this point in your life when you're as old as me and you work somewhere for 20 something plus years and now you're broke, you lost all your savings in crypto and you're just poor and there's no sign of relief. It's ridiculous. Yeah, we're still holding on Bitcoin here. It's still holding the final little support level here, the 786. We'll see what happens. But technically, you're still holding. And on the macro, you're still bullish. Even though it doesn't feel like it, macro Bitcoin is bullish. Hold on, answering a text message real quick. Oh man. All right, let me get back over to the chat. Damn, the chat's going. I can't even see what's happening here. 30-day EMA on XCN with 1 to 8 candles looks horrible. Moved to Puerto Rico for a year. All right. Live out of a van. Who lives out of a van by the river? Most memes are deep fried. Yeah, I wouldn't touch a meme coin right now. Like a Solana meme. And until Solana's going to the moon, there's no point. Unless you're just going to buy to hold a small bag to the moon. If you hold, you don't lose nothing. Yeah. But when you're poor, you can't really hold when you shouldn't have had the money in the market in the first place because bills come up and then things happen. That's the reason I got out. If I didn't have to take the money out, I'd still be holding and buying in. What's up, Trap Base? What's up, Bad? So on a serious note, we are in a bear market and cooked until next cycle. Yeah, a lot of people believe that right now. I don't think so, but you know, everyone has their opinion. If that's the case, and we gotta wait till next cycle, there's not gonna be a next cycle. If there's no alt season and people lost all their money, then it's over. We got Shadow for 10. I appreciate that. Hang in there, everyone. I appreciate that, my man. Yeah, like I keep saying, you guys that are buying the dips, if you want to call it that, and buying into these coins and just holding, my opinion is it's going to go up at some point. There's no not alt season, non-alt season. It's going to be here. But I appreciate the 10, my man. That helps out a lot, especially with the channel dying lately. We are not in a bear market. Yeah, I agree. That's why we have the Bitcoin chart we keep looking at. Fleshing out the final retail. What's up, Robin the Hood? What's up, Kura? Man. We got Trap Base for the super sticker. I appreciate that. What is that? A $3 super sticker. Fist bump. I appreciate that. Damn, Jared said he quit smoking to get in. I feel sorry for the people that believe we're in a bear market. You end up feeling FOMO for real. Yeah, I can't wait to that stage again to where everyone's FOMOing into the market and it's just going to the moon. But I can't do that. I got to get in before because every time I chase a green candle, it never works out. All of your money got lost on the rug pull coins, Trump coin. Yeah, I lost a lot of money on meme coins, but it is what it is. What was the poll? I don't remember. All right, so you guys are bullish. 62% say it's a bear trap. What do we want to look at? Yeah, I mean, this is the best hoping you can have right now. If you think it's a bear market, this chart right here is always the same. I mean, people may tell you it's different, it feels different, and all this. Yeah, it's not going to be completely the same every time. To where back in 2017, we just pretty much went straight up. And last time we double topped. This time is different, but we're still bullish. We're still in the bull flag. There's probably going to be one little final push down with a wick down to 73K, and then it's time to go. Hopefully. But as of now, this is still intact. Every time. From the halving to the market high, 18 bars. 18 and then 17, and then we had what? Let's see. We had 17, 18, and we just kind of speculated with the 19. That's the only thing we speculated with. But all the others from the bottom to the halving is always the same amount of time. Every time, 17 bars, 17 bars, 17 bars. And the top to the bottom is always the same, 12 bars. So that's why I keep saying around October, November, December. Our line here is November. So, I mean, we're right in the middle. We haven't gone up yet. We haven't had this move yet. Or this move yet. But it's going to happen. Even if it takes all the way to the end and we have a little spike up, I'll take it. What'd you say? Yeah, where's Slav at? Did he say he was going on vacation? I don't remember. He hasn't been here. When they zig, you zag. You're still buying DIA, but considering jumping back into Polyswarm. Yeah, we looked at DIA last night. I don't remember what it's doing, but yeah, DIA is starting to break down too. Really can't pull this down anymore. So we need to get a buyback. We need to get back over these levels on a lot of these coins. But I don't know what DIA is, so I can't really answer that. My whole thing is I'm getting out at retracement levels. Because we've seen it so many times. 618, 786 retracements get hit. And then I know when we go vertical, things are going to go higher than those. But to be safe, I'd probably get out. If I had this coin and it holds up and it doesn't obviously break down, $3 is probably a good target. I would get out. Get my little 10x. Get out. And then if you're bullish on something and you like whatever they do, maybe that's where you hold just a tiny moon bag to see if it's going to hit these ridiculous prices and do a 45x, 46x. Polyswarm, I don't know what Polyswarm is going to do because no one talks about it. Yeah, it's on Coinbase. It's the same thing right now. It's trying to break down, so we need to hold. So with DIA and Polyswarm, if we do come down here, then we're just not going up for a very long time, like I keep saying. But other than that, on Polyswarm, it's the same thing. I mean, where it is holding up here, I could see this thing coming up to just under $1 billion market cap. If we grind up here, make a higher high, and then we just kind of sit, and then we go bullish. So from where you are right now, 44, 45 to 50 cents, I think it's fair on Polyswarm. So from today, about a 25x. Hold on, I think I missed something. We got Jared for 5. I appreciate that. All my money is in the market, but keep your head up, my man. Macroeconomics will always be different, but the cycle will always hit. I appreciate the 5, my man. I agree. I totally agree. Just imagine when that time finally hits. It's going to be great. Even if I'm not in the market, it's going to be great having people just piling into the channel here and all the views and all that stuff that's going to come flowing back in. So hopefully it doesn't take all summer to do that. Wow, it's already 3 o'clock. Let's see. I appreciate the 5 though, my man. How do we feel about Edge? Yeah, didn't we look at Edge? What are we looking at here? Edge. Oh, this is a Coinbase coin. What chart were we looking at? Oh, this is the one we were looking at. When did we look at this? Last stream or the stream before? Yeah, I told you it was going to play out quick. Damn, it played out real quick. It did not stay bullish either. So I guess last time we said if you break over 9, then you're going up. And you broke down. I mean, it's such a new coin, such a new chart. You can't really do anything but the 4-hour here. So that's why we don't like to do short time frames, because you never know what these coins are going to do. And I think this one just got listed on Coinbase, so down she goes. Unless you get back over 6.7 and then 7.5, you're still bearish. And then if we go... Yeah, you just broke the low. So as long as you're below 6 pennies, then this thing's going to fall down to 5. Drop 16%. Banana zone incoming. May 7th is his next POW meeting on rate cuts. May. Yeah, we're just going to go down for a while, I think. It would be nice to get a pump soon, but I don't know. Meme coins are down hard. What's up, Boo Bear? You got limit buys at 15 and 13 on poles. Is poles breaking down with everything else? It should be right here. Poles. Is she still holding? Yeah, I don't remember what chart we were looking at. Let me just zoom out. I mean, poles, I don't know if we could go any lower. Because she's still holding up. As long as you're above 20, the bottom is in, it looks like. I think that's what we said last night. So, down to 15 and 13. It just gets us out of the way. Short term, if you get over 27, up to 33, you're back to being bullish. But if we just simply do this, macro chart, by the way, and we just pull this up, let's see if it does break down. I mean, there's no telling. It looks like the bottom is in. Excuse me. But if it breaks down, then yeah, it'll probably hit those levels because it'll come back down to the low at 11, 45% drop, and then it's dead after that. But yeah, not a bad time to be buying in on poles is at the bottom. Of course, it could always go lower. So you may get filled and you may not. The way the market is, you would think you would get filled. Look at Arrow. Arrow. Arrow or LCX. Yeah, some of these base coins are getting blasted. A lot of the new stuff that just came out is getting destroyed. Yeah, like I keep saying, unless we're bullish tomorrow and we all have these large wicks again. I remember last time we had this crash going on, we formed a very large wick and things were still back to where they were. But yeah, Arrow just made a lower low. You're down below the 0.5, so as long as you're below 41, next stop up is the 618, and about a 17% drop down to 27. But there's really nothing in here besides filling the gap on the candle here. I mean, it depends on the market. If we're still going to be bearish, another coin, 50% drop down to 15. So unless you can get back over 41 and then bullish back over 62, she's just simply going down. She's starting to pull away from the downtrend now. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, you're even breaking the trend to the bottom, the channel, whatever you want to call this. Not a good look. LCX. Yeah, LCX is there too. LCX, PNG, Arc Block. They're all at these macro support boxes we're drawing on the charts. So 11 should be the bottom. That looks like where LCX is coming to. So all she can handle is another 12% drop. Of course, you could always have this. And then we go right back up. Yeah, we died in October, and then we just shot right back to where we came from. But still overall bullish on LCX, curled up besides the double top here. We got Mama Llama for 5. I appreciate that. Can we look at Kekius Maximus? The one on ETH, and what targets do you see? Yeah, those coins are going to be bullish. Is that on deck screen, or can we pull a ticker for it? Is it Maximus? Let me pull up deck screener real quick. Deck screener. We're gonna go through all the deck screener coins going to 0. The one on ETH. ETH and Sol, gas prices on sale. Yeah. I can't trade on ETH because when we go vertical, the gas prices are too ridiculous. I refuse to pay that much money just to get out. Kekius. Yeah, no matter how low these coins go, some of these meme coins, they're still going to have nice, decent runs when we finally get bullish. All right, I'm trying to pull this up. All right, let me get deck screener up on the screen. What about Caspa? Cheems? All right, hold on. Cheems. I forgot about Cheems. What's up, T13? All right, let me pull up. Damn, I done forgot. Caspa, and then I'm going to pull up deck screener. Caspa. Yeah, are they ever going to list Caspa on any good exchange? I'm surprised it hasn't been. All right, we'll get back over to Caspa in just a moment. Okay, if I can remember how to do this on OBS. All right, there we go. I think we're up. All right, so yeah, I mean, this one doesn't have a bad chart at all. So we will just keep it like that. We'll get the volume out of our way for now since there's no volume She looks like she's curling up here. I was expecting this thing to be going to zero right now. Yeah, can we see that okay? All right, I think that's good. All right, hold on. Let me answer this phone call real quick. Give me 1 minute. All right. What are we looking at? We're looking at Kekius. So you're above the 236. It looks like it's trying to curl up here. It doesn't look bad. It looks like it's about to start moving. Once you get over 3.8, that is a 62% move. And then you're bullish again. 26,000 holders. Yeah, so this one to a new high, 1272 at $1. $1.13 is a 47x, so not bad. 786 retracement for a lower high would be 7.5x. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Kekius. But it doesn't look horrible, surprisingly. Are there more? What is Cheems on? Let me get back to that real quick. So bullish over 3.8, breakout over 9. And then if you can blow through 17, that takes you up to that dollar range. So it doesn't look bad at all. And it looks like it's been holding up on the macro very well. But I do appreciate the 5. Let's see where we can draw this, see what it's going to tell us. My computer's so slow right now. Yeah, macro bullish, low to the high. You've been holding the 382. Bullish looking chart. Cheems, what is Cheems on? Cheems on Solana. You can't hear me. Hold on, let me check. Hello. Yeah, the mic's on. You should be able to hear me. All right. Cheems on Binance. Sounds good. All right. Shadow stuck in the shadow realm. He can't hear anything. Yeah, my computer's acting slow. I can't even scroll back up at the chat. I am new. How do you say your name? So how? Can you please help me? Degen to $1. Yeah, I forgot about it. Appreciate that. Yeah, everyone please hit the like button. We don't have silver here to tell everyone. And then we get caught up on the chat. We're going to look at Cheems. What is DCA? Dollar cost average. Oh, there you go. Jared got it. Dogging me. Yeah, we'll get back over to that in just a minute. Let me look at Cheems really quick here. Man, some of you guys are bearish. Bitcoin will fall to 39K till June. Hopefully not. Yeah, I muted it for just a moment because I had a phone call. But we should be good now. All right, but yeah, we're good. So Cheems on Binance. I guess this is it here. Cheems on Binance. We're going to zoom this thing out. Oh, that's it. Pack it up. The top is in already. Yeah, it looks like the top is in on this thing. I mean, for now, not the overall chart. When you put it on log, looks really good. If I could get anything to work right. Oh, let's see. Yeah, hopefully you took profit on this coin. And just keep it simple on the macro. You're bullish. Come on. And just short term. Yeah, you're still considered bullish because you're still over the 382. So if you come down here and hold 5012, then you're still bullish because you're holding all this resistance level. Well, you could even come down to the 0.5. I gotta turn my phone off when I live stream. It's confusing me now. What am I looking for? All right. Cheems is at a 291 million market cap, 82,000 holders. But she looks like she's dropping 12%. It looks like that was your top, especially when you look on the other frames. It just took out support. So the 382 is up next to stay bullish over 12. And then, because of the chart is the way it is. Yeah, when did this thing come out? Yeah, when you look at it on non-log scale, this is like a brand new chart. The coin came out, and then bull run year. It's going to have a large green candle, a couple of green candles spawn in. So yeah, we'll just draw it right here. Keep it simple. High to the low. Spending too much time on Cheems. Came right up to the 1272 new high and got stuck. Yeah, and it's that same 12 level almost. I think we said 12, didn't we? Yeah, so the 382 and the 786 down here, in between 12.1 to 12.7. As long as you hold that, you're bullish. And then we'll just go from that level. So it does appear that it's coming down here. unless you get back over 15. So for this one, the 1618 retracement. So yeah, I don't know where this one's going, but we'll just make it bullish all the way to the top. Yeah, if this thing's going to be something and blast out of here, the top of the fib is 404 for a 28x. All right, I got to get off a deck screener. Hopefully there's no more coins. I can't even scroll back to the... It's the Binance meme. I saw that for a second there. All right, if it's the meme of Binance, then it's probably going to shoot all the way up there, and if not, go higher. All right, back over to deck screener. What were we looking at? Oh yeah, Caspa. When you look at Caspa on non-log scale, she's on the bottom. So 5 with your bottom. But if we put it back on the regular chart here, try to fix all this. Yeah, I mean, Caspa needs to get listed on better exchanges. And as for what it's doing right now, so back over the 382 would put the bottom in and put you back to being bullish. It's doing the same thing every time. It has this little bowl shape, and it does nothing but go sideways and down. So it's just repeating itself over and over again. So the only hope to give on Caspa is you got to get back over 6 or 7 really to have any kind of momentum to the upside. And then we go simply low to the high. You're down below the 786. So unless you get bought back over 6 and then 7, she's simply probably coming back down, repeating history here. So just like on the non-log scale, that 786 was 5. You have the 0.5 here at 5. So it looks like it's coming down to 5. Another 16.5% drop. Unless you get back over 6, like I said, put in a higher low, then that's bullish. And then someone keeps asking for Arrow. Yeah, we already looked at Arrow. Arrow just put in a new low. Our green support box did not hold, so we're just going to get that off of the chart. And it, you know, we said this earlier. Arrow's down below the 0.5. It made a lower low. There's nothing bullish. It's stuck on this channel to the downside, and it appears it's about to break the channel. So your support coming up is the 618 at 27. So I would look for another 15% drop. And then if we're going to stay bearish in the market, these newer coins are just dying. 50% drop and play down to 15, which those aren't bad prices to DCA in. Yeah, I bought Arrow, and then it went to the moon. I didn't get out, and I made some profit, but I didn't get out. And it just did nothing forever. So the next time, if you're DCAing into these newer coins, next time they do this, make sure you're looking at these levels and you get out. I don't know. Is Arrow going to come all the way back down there and then still go to 20 bucks? Because right now, just to get to $5 on Arrow is a 12x, or 14x rather. Yeah, I can't scroll this damn chat. It's annoying. All right, I think we're good. me just go to the end of the chat because it's not letting me scroll. My computer's so slow. Time to buy fart coin. Can we do Edwin on the macro for T13? Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. But you guys know I keep it realistic here. There's no way I'm going to hold any coin past 618786 retracement. I don't care if we're going to the moon. Edwin, what is Edwin? Edwin on Sol. This thing? Are you trying to make me pull deck screener back up, my man? Edwin on Solana. Let's see if I can find it. What is that? 0065. Oh man, hold on. Let me fix all this again. I mean, it's a gamble coin like all the others. Edwin on Sol. Come on. All right, Edwin, Solana coin. She's not dying like the rest of the Solana coins, so that's a positive. I mean, she's starting to die right now because of the market, I guess. But just keeping it simple, high to the low. Gotten stuck at the 786 once again, and you're right on the 618. So any lower than 6.3. And then up next is 5.1. But it doesn't look bad on the overall chart, but as we know, these things can go either direction. But the fact that you're making lower highs and you're making higher lows, it's just this very large bullish consolidation. And if it doesn't break down below the 618, it looks like it's about to get squeezed. As you can see here. So it looks like right now, if you take out 6.3, then it's going to break to the downside. If you break over 8.3, so these candles should hold up in here if you want to be bullish on it, and it should just squirt out of here. Squirt out of here. I don't know why I said that. But a 200% move, so a 3x up to the new high at night. Pretty much 2 cents, 2 pennies would be your next stop on Edwin here. You said macro. I mean, that's really all you can do. Not even at a penny yet, so. I mean, it just depends on where you think this thing's going to run to. It could shoot up and then go right to zero. We've seen that so many times. 6 million market cap. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but there's so many Solana meme coins, it's hard to pick the right one. So if you think it could hit 10 cents, that'd be your 17x, and then yeah, there's no way this thing's going to $1. If you want to hope, maybe. If you want a realistic price, maybe 5 to 6 pennies for a 10x. But you can see all the way to the top, that's a ridiculous amount. But it looks exactly the same. All of the coins that you want to look at look exactly the same. And you know from the past, some of them have played out from this. A little spike to the upside, and then they die, and some just completely die. So, complete gamble. Edwin is AI agents, but their actual working product. Yeah, but isn't AI agents dead already? Yeah, just be careful. I could easily see that happening to where it just spikes up. If it's going to be bullish short term, it's going to spike up here, hit that, hit 2 cents, and then it's just going to die and go to zero. What's up, Ben? He said, bro, not arrow, ergo. All right. Ergo. I appreciate the 5. Ergo. He had to send me $5 because I can't read. Ergo. Ergo for 5. I appreciate that. Why can't it reach $1? It's not a meme coin. What are we looking at? Hold on. Oh yeah, we're looking at YouTube now. Let me switch it over. Edwin. I mean, it's below a penny. It can go to $1, I guess, if it wants, but do you see how big of a move that is? I mean, if it's a gamble play, then sure, it's going to $1. 70 cents would be a 100x, and then $1 would be a 160x. Sure, we'll leave that there and let it go to $1 for you. You never know, maybe it will. That's why there's Solana coins. Give you hopes and dreams, and maybe you'll get rich. Ergo, what is Ergo? I gotta switch this to the right thing again. I hate using OBS for this. Alright, so we pull that up. Ergo. What? We've never looked at Ergo? Unless I'm spelling it wrong. ARGO. Yeah, we've never looked at this one. That's surprising. I've heard of it before. All right, let's see what this one's going to do. Yeah, what is Bitcoin holding at? Is it still above that 786 support level? Yeah, you guys can see how slow my computer's running. The screen's just not moving. Ergo, we're gonna check it out on the monthly to begin with here, going from the low to the high. Yeah, she's holding the 618 nicely. That's what you want to see. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. I mean, on the monthly macro, you clearly have a falling wedge type of a pattern here. I mean, it is large, so it doesn't have to play out, but you're holding the 618, which is good. Once you get back over 14, you are bullish again, and then let me pull that back up. But if it's going to be bearish and continue to break down, which it is making lower lows and lower highs, so any lower than 5.9, then your next final bottom support, another coin going to drop 60% down to 3. So just keep that in mind. And we're just going to go from this now. We'll see what it did. Yeah, you're still holding bullish from the high to the low, 382. So the six double fibs there for support. So you're holding the 382, you're holding the 6.8 on the macro, so it doesn't look bad. And then once you break this high here, get over 13, then you'll be in good shape. Once you break the market structure of the lower highs. And then Ergo. Not a bad move. I don't know what this coin is. Oh, it's an old one. Crazy how there's old coins like this that we've never looked at. But yeah, I mean, an old coin, is it going to actually 20x? That's what you got to ask yourself. I guess it could. I mean, it's holding up well. And then in short term on Ergo, quickly high to the low. All right, you're above the 236. So short term, if you can stay over 6.7, the bottom is in. Bullish over 8, 8.3 to 8.6, and then you're good. And always remember, short term, even below the 382, you're still bearish to come right back down. So you could put in a lower high again and then come right back down if you cannot get over 8. Wait, where'd we go? Hold on, I had to refresh. The stream went down or something happened. Oh, wow, we got 119 votes. There's only 24 people left in here. Dog in me. Why market is down, bro? Because it's crypto. I think it's the dump before, because everyone's thinking it needs to dump to follow the market. What are we looking at? What's up, metal detecting, my man? How you doing? How you holding up? Yeah, I think most people here are not panic selling. They're holding and buying the dips. All right, let me pull up Dog and Me. But it's just a sell-off because they wanted to sell off. It's getting priced into the market, so we don't have to dump all week, hopefully. What's up, Slava, my man? Yeah, they said Black Monday. So Black Monday, and the fear crept back in, and so we're going down. Dog, and let me pull up Dog and Me, and then yeah, Dog and Me was falling last night, wasn't it? Yeah, where's Eldor at? Oh man, Dog and Me's falling off the table. You know exactly why it's doing that too, is because we said it looked bullish up here, like it's about to go to the moon. It's still an overall bullish chart, but once our green support box broke, that was it. And we said that once if it breaks that, if it holds over the box, you're bullish. If it breaks, it's bearish, and it's bearish as hell at the moment. So Dog and Me, it's still putting in higher highs and higher lows, so that is good on the overall macro chart here. And just keep it simple. Came all the way up to that 2414 and got stuck. Let's just move this real quick. Yeah, 618 is coming into play. So as long as you're below 49, looks like she's still dropping another 17% to support at 36. And it could even come all the way down 786 if we're going to be that bearish on it and still put in a higher low. 45% drop down to 23, so not too bad of 2 targets to get in if you're bullish on dog and me, which, like I said, the overall macro chart is bullish. Dog and me got Coinbase listing 2 days ago. Yeah. Yeah, because we were looking at her up here, and then our green box broke when they listed it, I believe. Or like right at the moment we looked at it. Oh, we got 30 people still back in here. How low can Toshi go? Yeah, I couldn't remember if you were on vacation or not. We are ready for this Monday. Yeah, the market really needs to get a bounce. All right, let me pull up Toshi, and then I gotta go find something to drink because my stuff is dry as hell right now. Toshi, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Toshi, hold on. All right, let me leave that there for a moment. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Uh, yeah, there's an X account. It's on the main page of the channel. You'll see the link to it. Uh, Going on a cruise. Used to work on a cruise ship. That'd probably be a fun job when you're younger. AXGT bottom. Ain't nothing bottoming right now. We're hoping for bottoms. Just like Toshi here. Toshi's coming back down to the trend to the 3-2. You're down below the 0.5 unless you get back over 2.5. Another 19% drop down to 3018. So still stuck in the downtrend here and just coming down. And there's a lot of coins doing that. And there's a lot of coins on the bottom already that are starting to break down. But yeah, that's where Toshi's going. The Toshi to the moon. If Toshi can hit 2 cents and hit nearly a 10 billion market cap, that'd be 100x. So Toshi could be a 100x play. If not, a 50x play to 50 cents. Or 1 penny, I mean, not 50. Would you say AXGT bottom in? AXGT is the bottom in. I keep saying if something's on the bottom already, then it's probably not in. Yep, another coin. I don't know why we have so much on the chart here. I mean, there's no confirmed bottom at the moment. It's doing the same thing Toshi's doing. It looks like it went down since we looked at it last, so it needs to get over 13.5 to 14, 15 cents for a bottom to be confirmed, and then bullish back over 17 short term. If it's going to put in a higher low here and hold. But other than that, there's nothing holding it, really. Except for this area. So yeah, I mean, you could say the bottom is pretty much in on this thing. It looks like it's coming back down to 8. So this little area as resistance, support, and then support once again, hopefully. But you have to break the downtrend on the macro here. You have to get over pretty much 15 cents to have any form of bullishness to the upside. And then if you think it's going to hit $2, that's your 20x move. PNG. PNG. Pangolin. I mean, it should be the bottom. This is what I'm saying. We're dumping now, so hopefully tomorrow we go up. Because if PNG breaks the 382 here, the green box, it's over. She's cooked. I mean, you could always get a wick down and hold up, of course. Maybe that's going to be the case. But it really can't drop lower than this macro support area. But yeah, she's right there. I got 3 hours left on these candles here. So you got 3 hours to hold over 11, or things are going to get really bearish. see what Bitcoin is doing now. Got it followed. I appreciate that. ZBCN 00308 bottom. Yeah, ZBCN's still holding up, I think, unless it's breaking down now. For some reason, when we look at the coins on the chart, they're holding, and then we look at them for a second time, and they're going down. Yeah, she's going down a little bit here. So it could always go lower now that you're down below the 786 that you were holding. But yeah, you could easily come back down here and drop 18% on this thing, which would not be a bad price to buy in. But yeah, ZBCN is going to be a real good play. Unless we look at it and it pulls a GST or something and it obviously breaks down, breaks the lows, breaks this low, then we'll readjust what's going on with it. And then we probably won't be bullish on it anymore. Yeah, it's 6 billion MOG, 1 million Jasmy, 1 Bitcoin, 10 million Jasmy, and 1 million XCN. Yeah, as long as you hold and you don't sell, you should be good. I think you're going to make it. You just got to hold. Are you going to add to any of your positions or no? Man, I wish I had the money to buy Jasmy. I would still buy Jasmy here because I think it's coming down to the final bottom. If I had money, I would buy in. I would wait for this thing to wick down here to 007. And then if it goes lower, it goes lower, but that's a good price. It's a good price right now. I remember when we were watching Jasmy back here and it started dying, and I was like, there's no way this thing's coming back to 009. And here we are. Is Bitcoin holding or is she going down? Yeah, is it time to switch the music? Oh, she keeps breaking it, but she keeps trying to hold. We're looking at the 786 here. 786 at 79K is a must hold over the next 3 hours. All right. It's on Supercell. It's doing 50 this run. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's going to hit 50, probably 60. I'm thinking, I don't know. We'll see about the dollar range. But Bitcoin's trying to hold up. I've been saying this whole time that Jasmy's going to $1, and our man Metal Detective is going to be get 10 million bucks. Well, he's not going to hold all of that to that, but maybe 1 million coins to $1, and he'll be a millionaire. It's just the fact that it's broken down so hard. Can it still reach the 786 retracement in a bull market is the question. So if it does, man, oh man. If we do end up coming down to this box when we hold, hell, from now, it's 115x. They say not many people hold one Bitcoin out of the 6 billion people. Yeah, I would imagine you're going to hold the Bitcoin for a long time, huh? All right. Let me go ahead and switch the music. We've been bearish long enough. There, that's a little bit better. Ethereum's still falling off the table. Wow. Can't believe Ethereum's coming all the way down to 1,300. That's just nuts. So where are we at here? All right, how long have we been on here? Yeah, we got 23 people left. We were at 40. Oh, we were 2 hours in. Not bad. A little longer stream. Let's see. So is the... What is that? GameStop. Are they expecting more downside for the S&P? Ah, it looks horrible. Bitcoin's going to be 500K in 2030. All right, so let's... $1 for ZBCN in 2030. I think it's going to go to 3 to 4 cents this cycle. If it doesn't obviously break down, then I think... All right, let me go... Let's look at some of the old... What were some of the Solana meme coins that we looked at a long time ago? Blue Foster. I just want to see what they're doing. Nothing. They got deleted. I may have to shut Deck Screener down because my computer's not loading. Yeah, whatever happened to this coin? Or am I spelling it wrong? What is happening? Bonk on base. There was Bonk on base, Pepe on base, Blue Foster on base. Ah, going to 0. Alright, never mind. I guess that's it though. Got 25 people left in here. We went over pretty much what we need to go over, I guess. Fiat and crypto is nothing compared to the great American hardworking people. You're out at 2 on ZBCN. Yeah, that's not a bad price. All right. Just a brown streak in the chat. Yeah, everyone went silent. Usually when that happens, that's the end of the stream. But yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that for now. What time is it? 4. We'll see. Maybe I'll get back on later for a night stream. I have nothing else to do today. So yeah, let me take a little break and then maybe I'll come back in a little bit and see what happens. Because we got, what, 3 hours until these candles close. These daily candles. So we'll see if the BTC candle is going to close positive or negative. Let's see here. Bitcoin. Yeah, because she's starting to fall down now. Yeah, we'll see where this candle closes 3 hours from now. All right, let me go in the poll. Let's see what the poll did. But as always, I appreciate you guys coming in here and hanging out for a little bit, even though we're bearish as hell. Everyone file back into the shadow realm and we'll see what happens. Alright, let me get deck screen off so I can actually shut this down. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in. None of this is financial advice, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.